Thanks for joining once again. We are actually here at Harold and Alberta's house reviewing some of the footage that Harold has filmed. And we're going to go through and check it out, and he's going to give us a little commentary on what was going on that day and some of his thoughts.
Yeah, right. Because that records when you take a picture, that's what I want to record on there. Joe, you're volunteering this conversation. Talk a little louder if you can.
Okay. I want the investigation to go on until they do find me.
Nobody coerced you? Nobody threatened you?
Nobody's forcing me, nobody's threatening me. This is all on my own.
Do you know what the date is?
It's the 20th of April.
What year?
1991.
Okay, now let me ask you, did anybody physically bring you here?
Yes.
With any coercion or
No,
threatening?
nobody threatened me. I came on my own free will. I was driven here by you and Mr. Leach.
Now what made you think that this would be the place?
Because I heard, a long time ago, I heard a rumor through the grapevine that Randy's car was at a pet park or a lake or a pond that had a camper parked at it, and people could stay in it. And this particular place, the pond is plenty deep at that end of the pond, and there used to be a camper shell that sat right back up in here in the woods that stayed here, and there's very, very few times that I ever run into anybody when I came down here to go fishing.
Was that it on the tape? Or?
It's been so long.
It's been so long.
I sure don't. It's probably about 10.
What time?
Oh, these are the guys that's jumping into.
Did you watch him die?
What's your name?
Yeah.
Tim Oberlander.
What's your name?
No Beasley.
Did they dive to look for the car in that pond?
Oh. Well, we looked for it, but we didn't find it.
Didn't find anything, okay.
So we've already
Right.
checked this pond with our
Yes.
sonar.
Okay.
Okay.
The one right across from the party.
Yeah, right across from the party. So we've already checked this one. Yeah, it's been a pretty interesting, week with a lot of new information, a lot of new people coming forward. Earlier we had, I think her name was LeAnn. Yeah, LeAnn, with her, sharing, her account of the evening. What are your thoughts on all this new information? Everyone coming forward and.
It's pretty amazing. Just thankful that they are coming forward. After all these years, a lot of the people say, well, I wanted to come talk to you, but I didn't want to upset you. And I said, well, there's days I can take it and other days I can't, but we do appreciate hearing anything. So I encourage them, if they know of anybody that knows anything, to call us.
Was there anything new about LeAnn's story that she presented?
A lot of what she did after the party, she said she walked around. We didn't know that. We knew a lot of the kids did a lot of investigating and looking and driving, but from her account, she did a lot. We always felt like we had so many people here, family and friends, right after that, and they were doing a lot of driving too. And we felt like if somebody had done something to Randy at the party, we'd heard there was a lot of drugs. If he had overdosed or something, they could have left him in his car on the road. And, he overdosed. But it was like if there was an accident or something and they got nervous and upset, they had to do something. So that to us, it would have been covered up. Yeah. For the accident. I have no doubt. We know there was drugs at the party.
Yeah.
And we know that the lady that gave the party sold liquor to the kids in the punch.
Yeah.
Which Harold tried to get them to do something with her. The county attorney said that it was after 2 years and the statute of limitations had run out, so they couldn't do anything with her.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So that was the end of that, but we met her at a restaurant one day. She worked at a restaurant in Bonner Springs, and she came up to the table and didn't realize who we were. And Harold right off said, why won't you go to Leavenworth and do a polygraph? And man, she walked away and sent another waitress over there to take care of us. She wouldn't talk to us.
Oh, wow.
So we felt like she knew a lot, but she wasn't going to say anything, especially to us.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hearing LeAnn's testimony about when she went back to the place of the party, and she had talked to the woman, and the woman just broke down and started crying and then walking off. Had you heard that one before? Or?
Harold had, we went over there early that morning, and I went to the house, and Harold went out to the car where Kim was getting out of the car, or he didn't know if she was getting out or getting in. But he asked her, have you seen Randy? And he said she just was so nervous and almost tearful,
Yeah.
which we thought was pretty strange, other than don't know if she knew anything or she knew Randy had disappeared from her party.
But LeAnn then said that she done the same thing with her.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
So
Gosh,
I have no doubt she knew something.
yeah. So Alberta, what do you know about the relationship with Teresa?
I never did think that they were that close. I know they met down in Linwood, and Teresa drove a yellow Camaro,
Yeah.
and it was really bright. We used to see her go by here all the time, even after Randy was gone, and we just felt like there was a lot of things going on with her, but she was so distinguishable in that yellow Camaro.
Yellow Camaro.
But apparently her dad had bought it for her for graduation.
So after Randy's disappearance, I mean, what was her behavior like, or did you notice anything different about her, or did she start acting funny, or?
We didn't know anything about her after that, I think she made a remark to the police that she hadn't seen Randy for 3 weeks. From the night at the party, she hadn't seen him for 3 weeks before that, and then here they say she was at the party. So,
Yeah.
I don't know why she would tell stories like that, but it was a lot of them.
Oh, wow. And I had heard that she was, from the testimonies earlier, that she was running kind of with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
Did Randy ever talk about that, or talking about perhaps trying to help her in life, or help her out or something? Did
Not
Randy ever mention?
particularly, not really.
No, not so much.
No, but I know Darren, Harold's our nephew, and Randy would go to Lawrence on Friday nights or Saturday nights and watch the girls, and whether maybe Teresa was involved with that, I don't know.
How long have they been seeing each other?
Randy and Teresa?
Yeah.
Month?
Oh,
Yeah, maybe a month, because Randy was going with Pam, and they broke up like in February, I think January or February, and then I guess he kind of went toward Teresa maybe.
gotcha. Well, yeah, so we're like, super appreciative of you guys, just opening your home to us, the love that you've given us, and you fed us well, and just coming here, it's like really does feel like coming home. Your hospitality is so beautiful. It's just lovely. Just knowing that we were coming to see you guys again, it made me feel good.
It does feel good
yeah,
too.
Yeah, it feels good to be here.
I don't think we're that hard to get along with. And
Not at all.
I got this Joe Wilson see it fit to call Leavenworth up and talk to Sparks, saying he thought maybe I had some information that I should tell you.
That he thought Harold was...
Say, I might have done something to Randy. Now, why would a guy like Joe Wilson attempt to do that to somebody?
To go back a little bit on that, his 2 sons
Well, that's,
was into
Really?
drugs.
yeah.
And the one son was the same age as Randy. He was at the party all night long, him and his girlfriend. They spent the night there. And there's just been so many different things, and every time there would be something come up, they would investigate the family some more, and they were getting pretty tired of it, because I assume they told them different stories too. But when he went to Leavenworth and told him, it was just like to get them off of his back, you check Harold out, is what the deal was. And
Well, to go on though, little Joe, he worked, Big Joe worked at Robert Chevrolet then. And little Joe also worked there. And he ran the wrecker service. So little Joe, we was told that little Joe had checked a wrecker out about 12:30 that night.
that Randy disappeared.
That Randy disappeared. Never could prove it. But I'm thinking, it's on a dead end road. You go from there to, you know,
They have a big pond.
a mile and a half down the road.
We even heard helicopters flew drugs in through there, so, you know, you hear all kinds of things, but he was trying to get the heat off of him to put it on Harold, and in the event that they flew over our place, which there was a detective in there that we knew, she was in the helicopter when they flew over our place to see if maybe they could see that there was a hole or where it had been dug where
something.
Harold had buried the car. So it was just,
Wow.
and they went to child services in Leavenworth to see if Randy had ever been beaten.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. I definitely don't suspect you guys of anything whatsoever.
Well,
But-
what makes
so
you
it
think
was-
that?
But it was just things like that Harold's always thought maybe we should have that pond checked, but we knew he wouldn't give us any information, you know, to let
Yeah,
us
yeah.
search.
So you'd have to do something, some way to,
So Jared is actually really good at knocking on doors and introducing himself.
oh, you're kidding.
How do you feel about introducing ourselves?
Oh, I have absolutely no problem. I'll roll up, I'll knock on the door, say, hey, you know what, there's always been a question about, you know, all ponds in the area, yours being one of them. Would it be alright if we spend the next 15 minutes on your pond? And we do a quick sonar search.
Yeah, it's
Just so that way we can check this off and we can just lay this to rest once and forever.
I think we should make that stop one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I say we hit that first and then go from there. So we'd like to thank you guys, for helping us with and becoming a part of our open source investigation. If you haven't already, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and please keep those tips coming. Without your guys' support, without your help, we would be able to solve a lot of these cases. So that's just for me to you. Just thank you, and please keep those coming.